Kipsters, I am going to model how I would answer this priority exit ticket using our steps to find particular points that the author is trying to explain. So the question says, what is the key point on pages 8 through 11, and use examples from the text and write at least 2 sentences. So I need to find the key point, I need to use text evidence, and I need to at least write 2 sentences. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask myself, what is the main idea? My first step is what is the main idea? Well, we know that main idea was that both Georges had many things in common. We had many things in common. The second step now is we are going to ask ourselves, what was that key point he was trying to make on those pages? Remember, we've already gone over this together. We're just putting it all together and creating a sentence. So we know that George Washington and King George were similar in both ways. That is the point the author is trying to make. Now, we're going to move on to our third step, and that means we went back to that text, and now we are going to justify that key point with at least 2 pieces of evidence. Our first piece of evidence that we found was that one example is that both men had light blue eyes and reddish brown hair. This shows me how they are connected and how they are the same. Another piece of text evidence says that neither were to blame for the American Revolution. So this tells me that they were the same because it wasn't King George's fault and it wasn't George Washington's fault at all. We don't know, it's not that we don't know whose fault it is, it's just that the American Revolution was very complicated, and so there wasn't really anyone to blame. So that's how they were the same. They were the same because they looked the same, but it also wasn't their fault that this American Revolution happened. They were just leaders during that time. So this is how I would answer using my steps. And remember, we're focusing on how the evidence supports that key point. So we want to make sure that if it says similar, that we're giving 2 similarities and not differences. We want to know how they are the same. Thanks, Kipsters. See you later.